باسمكم نرحب بالمدرس مساعد محمد أمين روشان السام في حلقته نقاشية الموسومة Topic Start with Voice VoIP over Internet. عاملين منكم المشاركة الجادة. تفضل.
Firstly, salamun alaikum to all you. You come to this seminar. I think I should change the. Yes. I appreciate your coming to this seminar about the VoIP system, which is the newest system around the world to make the communication between of the person. And I would like to say my thanks to Mr. Nazem, Chair Department of Computer Engineering, to give me this chance to speak for you today. Actually, around after 10 years ago up to now, I had some experience about the computer. When I graduated in the university, I wasn't good in programming. I started to search about the jobs, and then I found that I'm not good in programming. As a C#, as you know, the programming in another language, PHP, Java. So then I decided to search about some job which I can be professional on. I selected network. After that, I went to some classes and got some certificates, which it helped me a lot for my future job. I want to give that experiences and the experience of the job which I had during these 30 minutes in this seminar. If you have any question, you can say also in Arabic. The translator will translate for me in English, and then I will answer you. This system, which is started around 15 years ago, which is exactly all of you now using them in your mobile phone, and some of you knows it about it in your home. In this seminar, firstly, we should know basic requirements, knowledge about the system. In this system, exactly what we need to know. After that, I will go to a scheme of old system which we had using it. Then I will go to the new system which now they are using it, and it's divided to the three parts: the gray and white system, the IVR system, and VoIP provided processing. Then I would like to go to the career a little bit and parameters and a signaling system which is divided to SIP and H323, and the codec and trouble type and conclusion in the end. I hope after this seminar you will have a little bit view about the VoIP system. When you graduate, you can go to the business job and start to your own company. In the basic requirements, you need to have a background about the TCP, which is divided into two parts. One of them is TCP, and another one is the UDP. I don't know if you have some background about it or not. Just, I want to give a short about this expression, which TCP is Transmission Control Protocol, and UDP is User Datagram Protocol. In this two category, in the second one, which it was UDP, is divided to the two parts, which is the first one is RDP and the second one is RTCP. The first one is used for encapsulating in the sequence of the voice. When we want to send the voice, we should make it capsulate to send the voice over the internet. And RTCP is controlling this encapsulation. In the old system, all of us knows we had a phone. We hang the phone up, Then we use the PSTN. PSTN, as you know, is the public switch telephony system. All of the wires, all of them is going to one public place, which you can dial to another phone number. For example, you want to call to Iran from Iraq. You will take up your phone, you will dial. From this dialation, you are connecting to the PSTN. I don't know, it's coming. That one. You are connecting the PSTN. After that, from one PSTN, you are connecting to Iran PSTN, and from Iran PSTN, you are connecting to my home or my phone mobile number. It's the old one. After that, they decide to improve it, to make it a little bit cheaper and more useful. The new system, which is the new scheme of VoIP system. After the improving, after you are calling from your home or mobile to PSTN, PSTN make or change the analog to the digital signal and connect it to a VoIP system. From the VoIP system, you are connecting to the internet, and from internet and carriers, you will connect exactly the same as before, but vice versa, to the phone, mobile, or home numbers. From this scheme, we can say some of the figures which I mentioned here. One of them is originator, one of them is terminator. I encourage you to start to do this job in your country. I didn't see here, I don't know it's legal or illegal, but with the less amount of money you can have your own business. When you want to do it, just you need some routers and high-speed internet as a VoIP system. And one system which I will mention it in after this page, the name of it is IVR. What's the job you should do? The job which you should do is originate the call. The person who want to call from this country to another country, you should carry this call to another PSTN, to another VoIP system. As you can see here, you should change the analog to digital converter. I want to say to you, some company which they are working as an illegal in a VoIP system, which we are saying to them gray system. What's the meaning of gray system? Gray system is the system which they are not under of the government. They are not paying the tax. They are not paying any money to the government, and they are not sending the number, which we are saying to a CLI, caller ID. When you are calling to one person, you have one identity, which is just for yourself, your phone number. The gray system, they are not sending this number, which we are saying to them illegal job. Then the white system. The white system, they are paying the tax, they are paying all of the rights to the government, and they are sending the caller ID. My idea is when you want to start with the CLI system, which is the white system. It's under of the government guarantee. I say to you, I will go to the IVR system. IVR system is the technology that allow the computer to interact with the human through the voice or through the tone. You are calling to one company. You want to say your identity number. How you can do it? The identity number should be say by the voice or press the tone. IVR system in the voice is working by the tone. When you dial one number, the IVR system will understand what's your identity number. For example, I'm calling to your company, I want to call to another company. They should know how much I have money in my account. So I should have one number which is just for me, and then by pressing the tone, I will use my password. Then from this IVR, I'm going to my account, and after that, I will use the number which I want to call to that number. VoIP processing. What's the processing in the VoIP? The first one is modulation. It's done by the gateway, by packet switching. As I said to you, you should have some background about the network. Packet switching is in the Cisco, in the network, in the layer 2 and 3, and then in the compressing. The third process which is done is using RTP protocol on UDP. Then it's using signal protocol and the modulation. This process will done to do the VoIP processing. After do this job, we are going to the carrier as the figure I show it to you in the new scheme. We have three kind of carrier. The first one is the proxy. What it will do, we are connecting to the gateway is connecting to the interface, and from the interface, we are connecting to the gateway in the destination. The second one is the signal proxy. It's exactly look like the first one, but the difference between the first and second, we has the management over the gateway. Using the call setup is one of the important thing in this carrier, which is the connecting and checking all of the calls over the VoIP system. The third one carrier is medium proxy, which is using these days. I will introduce it later in the next page. Call setup, what's the call setup, which I mentioned here? In the signal proxy, I said using call setup as a carrier. Call setup, it has a 3-step. Up to the pick up the phone from the user when you are calling to one customer, when you are calling to your family in abroad, up to they pick up the phone, this system using TCP, which as you know, is a guarantee, it has a guarantee about all of the protocols. After answering the phone, it's using the UDP. It's starting to use the UDP over the IP. And also it has a management over gateway. In the third one, as I said to you, it's a medium proxy. It's working, look like a wall. We have some carrier over the wall, and from that one, it has some limits line. We cannot use all of the line in the VoIP system. For example, I want to say to you, we have 10 customers, we have 5 lines. All of them, they want to call to abroad, not in your country. They want to call abroad. They are calling to your company. You have 4 lines, but you have 10 customers. How you can manage them? With medium proxy, you can manage them. They are giving to the customer the line to call from your company to another company, which is the VoIP system, and it's the carrier. So you are one carrier. You are giving the line to one customer to call to another carrier. This system has a call setup, look like the second one, as I mentioned, a signal proxy, and a limited provider supplier. If, maybe you will ask here, if that 6 customers, they are waiting for a line, what it will happen to them? You have a company, you are contacting to some country, you have some partner, and you are selecting the cheapest call. So in this situation, you select the company which is the cheap, after that a little bit expensive, after that expensive. You don't want to lose your customer. So the first person calling to your company, you are giving the line to them as a cheap call. The second one, which is a little bit expensive, you are giving them because you don't want to lose your customer. A little bit expensive call, but don't losing the customer. I think it's a good deal. We have some parameter in VoIP. which if you want to start the VoIP system as your future business after graduating from this university, you should know it. This parameter is divided to some. I use some of them to just introduce the VoIP system. The first one is RTT, which we know it about the round trip time. It's the time between sending and receiving the packet. When you want to speak with one person, it has a time. When you start to speak up to it arrive to that person. And packet loss, the second one. In the VoIP system, the packet loss should be less than 30%. It's acceptable if it's the less than 30%, but if it's over than 30%, we will have a problem, which I say to you in another page about the problem of VoIP system. The next one is the jitter. What's the meaning of jitter? Jitter, when you start to speak, it's better to say, when you start, it's going as a diagram to the new system in the digital system. This diagram is arrive to your destination in not the same time. It's maybe later, and maybe it's going to this figure together. As I show it in that figure, that two jitter is coming together. So you will not hear very well. The voice is on the VoIP system. Up to the 20% is acceptable in the VoIP system, the jitter. For the solving the problem of jitter, we can use the buffer. But also the buffer, it has a problem in the system. If the buffer is a lot, we will not hear very well the customer which is calling. Another parameter which is very important is average call duration. It's the parameter which is important for company, as you are. When you have a call to one country, you will have one average to that country. For example, each day you should have 10 minutes average call to that country. For example, you are calling to United Kingdom, you should have a 10 minutes average over the call. If I want to say it in mathematics, it's all the call we have it, which is more than 0, the duration of it. What's the meaning of more than 0? The call which the destination is pick up the phone. The duration is more than 0. And we divide it by the count of the call. How many calls we had? And another parameter is ASR, which is by percentage access the system ratio, which is the duration is more than 0 and is successful. What's the meaning of it? You are calling to one destination. Maybe you had this experience. It's a decrease from your account, but you never hear the voice over the destination. You are just waiting to hear the voice from the destination, but just decreasing your account. The money you have in your account is decreasing, but you are not hearing any voice over the destination. So it's decreased the ASR. How many calls you had and it was successful call? We can name it as an ASR system. Of course, we cannot have 100% call as an ASR because maybe it's busy, maybe no one will pick up the phone, no one in the home, the mobile is off, the mobile is not in the coverage area, and this example which we cannot reach to 100%. For example, I had some experience about the Iraq from Iran. When I had the company, I wanted to call to Iraq. I had some call, maybe in the day around 10,000 calls from Iran to Iraq. It was very good business. In the first day, I had 6.5 ACD. As I said to you, the average call from Iran to Iraq. With the 60%, possibility to answer the phone. It means 60% of these calls, they pick up the phone. The second day, I had 70% and 6.7 ACD, average call. But as you can see, in the 5 and 6 days, it's decreased. I want to say to you the problem here. Look, if you see the ASR is 85%, but the ACD is 3 minutes. What's the meaning of it? 85%, they answer the phone, but the ASR average of the call is decreased. Maybe it has another problem. I will arrive to that one. Maybe the voice is not clear, maybe we have some other problem. So I should solve this problem here. What's the problem? And how we can solve the problem? I want to say in this page about some parameter, which is CDR, DCC, and LDCC. The duration of the call is named call duration record, which is recorded in one database. It's saving all the calls to one database. We can use it to get the report in future. And DCC. What's the meaning of DCC? DCC is disconnection cause code. For example, 16 and 17 is a normal call. I'm calling to one place. After the call is finished, that person is hang up the phone, so it will be 16 the code. And LDCC also is explain the location of disconnection cause code. It's by point 1 and 2. The first one is by destination, and the second one is by source. So I can say, what's the meaning of 16.1 as a parameter in the DCC and LDCC? 16.1 is the normal call, which is cutting by me by destination. We have some code. I don't want to go inside of them. It's going to a little bit professional. And as I see the age of the student here, they are not too professional to know about the codecs. The codec which we are coding it to send over the VoIP system, how we can have a good, clear the sound, with which codec is the better to use. So I don't want to go inside. If anybody interested in the VoIP, after this seminar I can explain more to them, or they can search in the Google or another places. Trouble type. As I said to you, we had some problem which it's decreased our performance in the VoIP system. The first one is bad voice quality. When the jitter is more, when we have packet loss, when we have round trip time a lot, or gateway problem, we will have a bad voice quality. You will call to your family in abroad. You cannot hear them very well. So what's the problem? The problem, we can say, this bad voice quality is maybe about the packet loss in the VoIP provider. They don't have good bandwidth to give it to us, to support us. You are calling to one place, after several minutes it's cutting by itself. Again you will call. Again it will call, this call will cut after some minutes. We can call it call drop while talking. Why it will happen? When we have a packet loss over internet, more than 10 seconds, we will lose the call. Or maybe we have a hardware problem. Or as I said, we have a lack of found in the carrier. I mentioned in the carrier, we have 3 different carriers. The third one, medium proxy, it has a lack of found. I said maybe the company, they cannot support you as a first, as a cheap, medium, and expensive call. All of them busy, all of the line busy. You are calling, after 2 minutes, the company said this call is not cost for me. It will drop you. And it will give to other customer to earn more money. You are calling to one place, the third one, which you are not hearing anything, but it's decreasing the money. Or you are calling to one place, you are just hearing the beep tone, which is ringing. But also this one is decreasing the account of you in your balance. So we can say it false answer supervision, which they are calling it FAS. If you want to be professional, you should know all this abbreviation in the VoIP system, because they are not calling it false answer supervision. They are saying, sorry, we have FAS, or sorry, we have bad voice VQ, bad voice quality. So why this FAS happening? Is this company, some of them, they are doing by itself to earn more money. This company, they are charging you without any speaking. So they are making some problem to their device to earn more money. Some of them is the gateway problem. The gateway has a problem, the weather is hot, they cannot make it cool, so it will have a problem. Another one is a dead air. You are calling to one place, just you are waiting without any beep tone. You are waiting, 1 minute, 2 minutes, without any contacting. So we can say it as a silent. Why it will happen? Again, the problem of gateway, or we don't have any send or receive in the carrier. The internet has a problem. We cannot make connection between the sender and receiver. We have an echo, another problem. When we have a jitter or when we have a buffer, we will have an echo. You are speaking, but the destination hearing you look like you are in the showering place. It's better to say like this. So we can say it has an internet problem. Another one is the fast busy tone or rejecting. You are calling to the VoIP system. The VoIP system, when you are calling to one destination, is rejecting you directly. For example, as an Islamic country, it's forbidden to call to Israel. The VoIP system saying that you cannot call to Israel. So when you are calling 00962, which is the code of Israel, directly it will reject you. Or maybe you want to have some policy, you don't want from your country, which we are the CLI company, to call to one country. For example, I'm Iraqi, my country said it's forbidden to call to Germany. So from this one, we are rejecting the calls. In the conclusion, in the end of this seminar, I would like to say this voice over the internet protocol phone is the wave of the future. As the technology improves, VoIP phone system will continue to thrive as a more efficient, cost-effective way to terminate phone calls. If you want to do as a company for yourself after the graduation, I advise you to start as a VoIP company. I know most of you don't like the coding as I was. So it's better to do VoIP system. The VoIP system, as I can say, it will make good business sound and professional business over around of the world. You will connect to another country very easy, another company. And VoIP technology will be trend of future already. More than 15 million people around doing this business now. And they have their own company around of the world. So I advise you now start to be yourself self-employee and open your company in Iraq and start to have some business, and don't invite the foreign country to come to your country and take money from you to give you the service which you can do it by yourself and with your knowledge. Thank you for your coming. Thank you for listening. And again, I would like to say, if anybody has a question, I appreciate to hear it. And if I can answer, I will be happy.